Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schweim here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. We are broadcasting live from the Boardwalk in Ocean City at all campus here in Ocean City, New Jersey. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. We're getting ready for Eagles football. And let me introduce my guest today. First of all, we're going to be joined with Ken Dunnick, former Eagle Ken Dunnick, and the publisher of the Jersey Man magazine. How you doing, Ken?
Hey, Billy, great to be back, and looking forward to talking a little bit of football today.
Well, the Eagles aren't obviously doing as well as we thought they'd be doing, but we'll break it all down, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, broadcasting live here. And let me introduce John Coyle, the new owner of All Campus. What's up, John?
Doing good, man. Thank you for letting me be a part of this and coming here and doing a live remote here in Ocean City.
And thanks for having us. It's a beautiful day. We're broadcasting live here in Ocean City, New Jersey. Come on down between 10 a.m. and 12 noon. The first 20 people that purchase their favorite sports hat at All Campus will get a free ESPN locker room mug, coffee mug, courtesy of the locker room at 97.3 ESPN. Of course, you can listen to the call with Mike and Merrill later on tonight on 97.3 ESPN as they take on the 49ers out there in San Francisco. Now, Ken Dunnick, you've been a part of some good teams. You've been a part of some bad teams. What is this team's mindset going into a game against the Super Bowl runner-up, going west, getting in a plane, traveling west at 0-2-1?
Well, I got to correct you a little bit. Number one, I played 4 full seasons of pro football. I made it to the championship game all four
So you
years.
never played on a
never
losing?
played on a bad
How about
team.
in college?
College, I did
There
play
you
on a couple. Yeah, Memphis State, we got beat 66-17 by Florida State, and it wasn't that close. So I know.
Well, you know what it is to overcome adversity.
I do. And the Eagles, listen, they have their backs against the wall. And normally in these situations, I love a team that has character guys to come out, but they're so crippled by injuries. I mean, literally, it's a microcosm of last year, and they're playing with guys that you don't necessarily hear of. That can be a good thing because there's a lot of great young players looking for an opportunity. I just don't know if these players are such an unproven product, and it's a pretty big stage on Sunday Night Football at San Francisco. We'll have to see how it works out. I don't have my hopes up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a tough game tonight, John Coyle. And you're obviously a big sports fan. You're the new owner of All Campus, which has great apparel. What do you expect out of this game tonight?
It's going to be a tough game. Going out west, injury problems, it's going to be a tough game. We need number 11 to step up. We need number 11 to step up and produce for us, and hopefully we can come out of there with a close game and a W.
No true words have been spoken, Ken. This league is a quarterback league now.
It is.
I mean, how many times, last year when you and I worked together, when we did our live broadcast, we always said, and it's a common theme, reporters, analysts, everybody says, run the ball.
Yeah.
Well, when your quarterback and your offensive line play isn't that great, and you need to control the ball, why can't Doug Peterson just run the ball?
Well, I think he tried to run it last week. Cincinnati had a terrible rushing defense. Here's the problem with the Eagles' offense. The offensive line is in flux. They're missing 3 starters again this week, and it's very difficult for a quarterback to look good in a situation where he's not getting the protection. Now, what I think Doug Peterson should do, shorten up the playlist, more 3-step drops instead of 7-step drops, more draws, more screens. Get the ball in Wentz's hands quickly because more than likely against this tough San Francisco defense, the protection's just not going to be there.
No, it's not going to be there. And John Coyle, as a fan, I know you want to see upbeat, big plays, but what's the most important thing? Winning is the ultimate goal here. Am I correct?
Yeah, winning's everything. That's where it comes with the fan base. That's where it comes with the money. That's where it comes with the team. You have to win. Getting the ball out is right, what Ken said. You got to get the ball out quick. It's got to be 3-step drops. It's got to be getting it out to the playmakers outside, and it's got to be running draws and screens.
Well, at least we got a beautiful day here in Ocean City, New Jersey. We're in front of All Campus on the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Come on down. Purchase your favorite team's hat. 25% off, right, John, today during the show or all day?
Correct. Everything's 25% off all weekend.
And then if you come down and buy a shirt, or excuse me, a hat, you get a free coffee mug, 97.3 ESPN locker room coffee mug with the purchase of your favorite team's hat. And, of course, we have the beautiful Lindsay, my former intern, is here. She's a cheerleader at Temple University. And, Lindsay, Temple's getting ready to play football here soon?
Yep,
Next weekend, Temple's going to be going. So Lindsay's here helping us out. We have a deal this year, Ken, with 97.3 ESPN, the locker room. The Eagles and Blitz's Markets are teaming up that every time the Eagles score 35 points or more, you get a free you get a cheeseburger and a Coke for $3.50. Are we ever going to score 35 points?
No, that's a pretty safe bet. The way our offense is right now, they're going to have a lot of extra ground beef, I think.
But, maybe I'll talk to owner Dave and Joan down there, Newman, at Blitz's. Maybe we'll see if we can get them to lower.
Let's knock that down to 30 or 28 or something.
We got a great show lined up every Sunday for our Eagles pregame show. We talk with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. Of course, you worked with him last year. We did a couple broadcasts. And then every Sunday we do a Where Are They Now in coordination with Ken Dunnick and the Jersey Man magazine. We get to talk with a former Eagles player from the past and find out what he's doing. Who we're going to be talking to today, Ken?
My old buddy Scott Fitzke, who I actually lived with when I was with the Eagles in 1980 and 81, and Scott and I played together for 3 years with the Philadelphia Stars, too. He had some stints with the Chargers, and he played in the CFL for a while. But Scott, actually, I went back to the 1980 season, and in the first playoff game against Minnesota, he scored a touchdown and had a few receptions. He wound up breaking his foot in the first half, which really put the Eagles behind. But luckily, we were able to overcome and make it to the Super Bowl. But Scott's a good friend and a great guest, and he'll be on a little bit later.
And then every Sunday at 11:30, we talk to my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, and he'll give you his picks for the week. Are you playing fantasy football there, John Coyle?
I am doing fantasy football, yes.
How you doing with your team?
2-1. I got a tough matchup this week. Carson Wentz needs to come up big for me this week.
Yeah, see, it all hinges on him. I have Carson Wentz in one league, and I have Ken. How about for this for bad luck? I have Saquon Barkley, who's now out for the season, and Christian McCaffrey. Come on.
I don't do fantasy football, but don't you get like a pass or like you can flip a guy, and aren't there trades?
Well, there are trades, but there's after the initial picks, there's really not that much left.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to get there's such a fall drop off.
Yeah.
Such a big drop off with the players. It's not even funny. We're on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, live here in front of All Campus. Come on down, purchase your team's favorite hat. Come on down to the Boardwalk. It's beautiful out here today. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're staring straight at the ocean.
It's a picture postcard out here.
It's a postcard day. Come on down, buy your favorite team's hat at a 25% discount today at All Campus, and get a free 97.3 ESPN mug, locker room mug. So come on down. Some news last night. Yesterday we did our Twitter poll question of the day. Our Housemaster inspection Twitter poll question of the day was, who is the worst GM in Philly sports right now? Guess who ran away with it? Matt Klintak. And don't you know, last night he steps down.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he stepped down.
He did. Well, didn't Middleton say he wasn't going to fire him, right? That's what I thought I read.
Maybe he has some incriminating pictures on him or something. Who knows? But the bottom line is Matt Klintak is out, and he at the interview afterwards, it almost Middleton, when asked, he said, well, because of the COVID and the financial trouble that they're having by not, having fans in the stands, it's going to precipitate whether they are able to give him a big contract. And he basically said that it's up to the mayor and the governor.
Well,
listen, right?
The financial status of sports in general is changing rapidly. As a matter of fact, the Cubs just announced that they were going to lay off or furlough many of their minor league staff, organizational staff. And you're going to find teams not wanting to give these big contracts right now because they don't know if they're going to sell tickets next year. So how the financial model of sports is actually going to be on hold until this coronavirus gets by us.
All right, so come on down. We got a lot of stuff going on today. We're broadcasting live on the Boardwalk here in Ocean City, New Jersey, in front of all campus. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents and brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shore to center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. That's 856-988-8900. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. Tonight, the Eagles are in San Fran to face the 49ers.
And as the second tick off the scoreboard, there are still some concerns, but the Eagles nevertheless defeat the San Francisco 49ers.
Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Merrill and Mike call all the action starting at 8:20. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
This is Camden County Freeholder Director Lou Capelli. COVID-19 continues to threaten our community, and now is not the time to let your guard down. Continue taking every safety measure possible to stop the spread. Mask up, stay 6 feet apart, get tested, and respond to contact tracers when they call. It's important to continue the fight and protect your circle. For the most up-to-date COVID-19 information, visit CamdenCounty.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every play could be the play that matters for you. Whether it's a touchdown, a first down, or the next reception, with live betting from Unibet. Live betting options for every moment of the game. Sign up today to get a limited time offer of a $600 risk-free bet and get $30 free to bet with. Download the app or visit nj.unibet.com. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in New Jersey. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cleanings, checkups, and cavities? Have Dr. Chang's dental practice at capacity.
Patient in room 1 is getting a root canal. The x-rays in room 2 are going to have to wait. We're down to one hygienist.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
O'Reilly. It's Super Start Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. That means you can get up to a $25 gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of your Super Start battery. Return power, performance, and reliability to your car, truck, motorcycle, and more with Super Start batteries. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. OddsTrader.com is your personal in-game betting command center. It has all the real-time handicapping information you need, and it's free. Compare sportsbook sign-up bonuses right now at OddsTrader.com.
All right, we're back live here on the Boardwalk, the locker room with Billy Schweim in front of all campus here on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. Ken Dunnick's with me, former Eagle, and the publisher of the Jersey Man magazine. And sitting in us with us now is Tommy Arnaud. What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Billy?
All right, Tommy, you're from A2D. You do the podcast at all podcast locations.
Yep, everywhere.
And you're affiliated here with All Campus and John Coyle.
Yep.
All right, good to have you aboard. Every Sunday for our Eagles pregame camp, we get a chance to talk with our good buddy Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. So let's go to the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome in Scott Grayson. What's up, Scotty?
Hey, Billy, how are you this Sunday?
I tell you what, we're working up a sweat here. We're out on the boardwalk here in Ocean City, New Jersey, facing the sun, looking at the beautiful ocean. And I wish the Eagles' season was as bright as the sun is here, Ken.
That's a good point.
Because it's hot. But Scott, did we ever think we'd be 0-2-1 after 3?
No. Quite frankly, I think you looked at this team coming into the season, and a lot of people looked at these first 3 games and thought they'd be 3-0, 2-1 at worst. Not having a win yet is just awful because the schedule is just going to get even that much more brutal here. And we could be talking about a winless team, heading into the end of October, which is unbelievable here.
Who would have thunk that, right, Ken?
No, it's crazy. We talked a little bit about injuries in the open, but I think that's the overriding factor, don't you, Scott?
Yeah, I mean, injuries are definitely playing a big part. But, and I've been saying this now for a little while, I just feel like the Eagles for the last few years have been dealing with as much, if not more, injuries to key players than any other team in the league. And that's got to be more than just coincidence. Like, what's going on behind the scenes with these guys that they're not taking good enough care of their bodies, or enough is not being done to protect them? Because, now you got Carson Wentz throwing to another band of misfit toys. And, it is affecting both teams. The 49ers are certainly not coming into this game with their or as well. You've got a backup quarterback. They're missing their top 2 running backs. They've got their problems, too. The Eagles keep falling back to that next man up. I look at the general manager and I say, look, the cupboard is kind of bare here. They haven't done a good job of stacking depth at a lot of these positions, and it's really being exposed.
We're talking with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. Of course, you can catch Scott every Monday on the Sports Bash with Mike Gill for Grayson's Grades. And, Ken, it's a theme that we've been talking about with Scott over the last year that we've been doing these segments. Eagles got to run the ball, man. Why do they get away from it, Ken?
Well, as it relates to injuries, I was just talking to Terry Bradway, the former GM of the Jets, who's here. He may stop by the broadcast a little bit later, but I reminded Terry in 1980, my rookie year, we went 7 weeks, 2-a-days every day, full contact every day. The starters played all 4 preseason games start to finish, right? We did not have one starter out the opening game for injuries. These guys have limited hitting in a shortened training camp, no preseason games, and the Eagles start the season with 7 guys injured, 7 starters injured. To me, these teams have to get back to getting in hitting shape because there's no substitute for getting banged around. If you get banged around early in the season, you're going to go down because your body's not used to it. And I think that's the biggest factor with
and I agree with Ken, Scotty, because, last year, Mike Gill, and there were a lot of people, Ken, pushing for eliminating 2 preseason games. And these guys, the starters, don't get that much work. And I agree with you. I think they're not battle hardened.
They're not. There's a difference between conditioning and hitting shape, and I think that's what's lacking in the NFL right now.
So, Scott Grayson, and once again, we say that it seems like I seem like I'm a broken record, but why does Doug Peterson keep abandoning the run?
Yeah, it's beyond me to try to explain anymore. I don't get it. Look, like we talked about, he's got no receivers now. Greg Ward's his best receiver, and that's who's going out there to try to pull in the passes today. Best receiver at the receiver position, obviously Zach Ertz, I would still call probably his best receiver on the field. And look, Miles Sanders can catch the ball out of the backfield. I don't care if they don't run it as much, but Miles has to touch the ball probably 30 times today if they're going to win. And it's got to be a mix of out of the backfield, as well as, receiving. Get back to running some screens. But, and you look at the and, as far as injuries go, though, I would not ask Carson Wentz to drop back more than like a 5-step drop and hold the ball at all. His blind side is now being protected by Jordan Mailata. And I don't, there's just so many questions here that I just think you've got to take the 49ers out of potentially being able to get these kind of free hits on your quarterback. And the best way to do it is to mix a whole boatload of different kind of running schemes in there. And I don't care if it involves bringing Jalen Hurts in to do a little bit of this. But they've got to control the ball tonight. They've got to run the ball. They've got to move the chains. They're going to need some long drives. And it's going to involve a short passing game as well as some runs. But Carson has to hit his mark and get rid of the ball. He can't hold it tonight.
Hey, Scott, Tom Arnone, question for you. Right, we talk about run the football tonight, and I think that's all well and good, but then we go back to the lack of talent outside of Miles Sanders, and everything points back to the general manager. And my question for you is, is his time running thin here? I mean, if they don't make the playoffs this year, and you look back at this roster again on what it is, it's indictment on him. Is his job, is his job on the line?
It's funny you bring that up because after this tie last week and the rage that I had to settle through on why they didn't go for a win, I sat there and I thought, okay, if they do in fact run through these next 3 games and go winless again through this next set of 3 games, somebody's got to be on the hot seat here, at least one person. And the 3 people that I would see as the candidates are Howie Roseman, Doug Peterson, and Carson Wentz. So which of those 3, whose seat would be the hottest? I started with Doug, and then I thought, no, maybe it's Carson. Then no, honestly, I go back to Howie Roseman. His drafts have been awful, and they're more and more exposed as these years have gone by. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, you can't call him a bust yet, but I think we're getting very close to that. Like, where is he? What is he doing? Now he's hurt. So what's going on here? Nelson Aguilar, obviously, they got rid of. That was a first-round pick, bust. And you could potentially pin that one on Chip Kelly. But regardless, there is no depth here. The Jalen Hurts draft pick, I still am shaking my head wondering about. You had needs. That was not a time to go get a toy. And I just think that perhaps if things don't go well here by the end of October, I think Howie Roseman is probably the one who's going to be on the hottest seat.
Hey, Scott, I'll tell you this. There's 100 million reasons why Wentz won't be in the hot seat. I think you know what I'm talking about. Doug Peterson's going to get a pass because he brought the franchise a Super Bowl. Howie's the guy on the seat, and the reason why is because, Joe Douglas, who just took the Jets GM job, is a great personnel evaluator. They don't have that anymore, and now you have to rely on Howie, who I would say the best of expectations for Howie, he has limited football expertise, right? He's got the job because he's Jeff Lurie's right-hand man. So I think if there's going to be a fall guy, it is going to be Howie Roseman. We'll have to see how it plays out, but the main thing is we got to get the Eagles healthy.
Another thing, Scott Grayson, to look at with tonight's game, and something that's been plaguing the Eagles all season is the turnovers. And if you look, the Eagles are one of 3 teams, Arizona and Houston, the other 2, that still don't have an interception on defense. They don't have anything. Their linebackers can't cover. Their secondary's depleted. They got problems back there, Scott.
Oh, there's no doubt. The turnover issue on both sides of the ball is a big problem. Carson is giving it away too much. And on the flip side, the defense is not taking it away at all, as you mentioned. They have no fumble recoveries, no interceptions. The only turnover they've gotten was on special teams. So that has to change. There's no doubt about it. You can certainly point to the offense and say they've had their problems. But as far as this defense goes, that's great they got to Joe Burrow so much last week, but they never were able to force a turnover in all those back attempts. You got to be able to knock that ball away and come up with it. You also need to be able to come up with some interceptions, as you pointed out. Through 3 games, none. That's a problem. This defense has got to give this offense a short field to work with at some point. And look, Mullins had a great game for the Niners last week, and he's going to be playing quarterback again today. I don't think he can have 2 great games in a row. I could be wrong. I think there's opportunities there to confuse the guy and try to make some things happen defensively. But this defense is not giving me the confidence that they can do that. And my biggest fear tonight, Nate Gary hasn't shown that he could cover COVID-19, let alone any other. So
Scott wins the line of the
Yeah,
day.
you get that.
Line of the day contest.
Copy that. That's a great promo.
George Kittle tonight, guys, and I just think he's primed and ready to potentially go off. Nate Gary has been exposed. The Rams first exposed him downfield. The Bengals capitalized. If I'm watching film from the 49ers this week, I look at them and go, hey, we got Kittle back. We're just going to run him downfield, and he's going to abuse Nate Gary left and right. Will Jim Schwartz make any corrections to that? He has been stubborn about making changes to his game plan in the past. I don't believe see any reason why he will. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think Kittle could have a huge game tonight for the Niners.
All right, Scott, as we do each and every Sunday, we get you to give us a prediction. I know neither one of us has been doing too well with that, but let's take another shot at it.
Yeah, I mean, who predicted a tie last week, right? I'm at the point now where I cannot pick the Eagles to win until they actually win a game. So with that in mind, I will say this. The spread last I saw was 7 points if the Niners are favored. I think the Eagles will come within that 7-point range. I just think they're going to be able to finally force a turnover. I think at the same token, I got to believe this defense will play a little better. But I do think the Niners will win, and my score tonight is going to go, I'll go 24-20 San Francisco.
All right, there it is. Scott Grayson with his 24-20 prediction. The 49ers will win tonight. Scott Grayson, of course, thank you so much. You can find Scott Grayson on Twitter at @SGraysonFox29 or hear him every Monday on Sports Bash with Mike Gill and Hunter Brody for Grayson's Grades. Thank you, Scotty.
All right, no problem, guys. Have a good one.
All right, there's Scotty Grayson. How about that, Tom? 24-20.
He's got the opposite of me.
All right, okay. We'll hold off for your prediction later on. Ken, doesn't surprise you, right? He made one comment that you have to live. He's not going to pick them until they can win, till they show they can win.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bad spot for the Eagles. Now, having said that, I've been wrong the first 3 weeks, so you might want to do the opposite theory with me. But San Francisco, they've got, even with a backup quarterback, he's very serviceable. They've got a good offensive line. They've got a great defense. I just think this is a bad spot for the Eagles.
All right, I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents and brokers, lenders, home builders, and developers to facilitate real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information about Surety Title, please call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. And friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed expectations and invite you to stop in and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan and the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like-new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and a complimentary new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati, the mainline, today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll do our Where Are They Now segment. Our focus this week is Scott Fitzke, former Eagle. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL. It's a Week 4 cross-conference showdown as the Dallas Cowboys host the Cleveland Browns. Hi, this is Jerry Recco. Join Kevin Ray, Danny White, and myself for all the action as the Cowboys look to bounce back after a close road loss. Can they tighten up the defensive screws against Baker Mayfield and the dynamic Browns? It's the Cowboys and the Browns. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
It's NFL Sunday on 97.3 ESPN.
Coverage begins at 12:30.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The train comfort specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Rendezvous Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby, right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms. Your uniform supplier. If you're a business owner, CleanRental.com asks you the following questions. 1. Are you completely satisfied with the quality of the uniform rental program you are currently receiving? 2. Are you completely satisfied with the service you are receiving from your present uniform rental company? And 3. Have you had an experience in the last 6 months where the response time to any request has been less than satisfactory? If you're a company with 50 employees or more, please give CleanRental.com a call at 1-800-825-3266. That's 1-800-825-3266. CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms. Give them a call today.
O'Reilly. Count on the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to recommend the best products for your car. Get maximum cooling system performance for 10 years or 300,000 miles with peak long life universal premixed antifreeze and coolant. On sale now for just $5.99 after mail-in rebate. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With Jersey Man Magazine, we get a chance to look back and talk to a former Eagle. So let's go to the Barb's Harley-Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room former Eagle Scott Fitzke. What's up, Scott?
Hey, guys, how you doing, man?
All right, man. It's a beautiful day.
Everything's good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day here on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, and I'm sure you've been down to the coast before.
Oh yeah. I've been down a good bit just recently doing some work down that way. So.
Scott, what are you doing with yourself now?
I wish I was retired, but I'm not. I own a commercial industrial roofing business I've had for about 32, 33 years now, I'm in Maryland.
Now, Scotty, athletics teaches you how to overcome adversity, and but when you get to the pinnacle of playing a major league sport, NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, what lessons did you learn playing for the Eagles and at Penn State help you in life and business?
Well, I think there's a lot of lessons, sport, football, hockey, whatever, just like you were saying, teaches you, number one, discipline. We always taught it. We're taught it from coaches. I was taught it from Coach Turno, Coach Vermeil. I had a couple of wonderful coaches. Number one, discipline. Be there. If you're supposed to be there at 10 o'clock, be there at 10 of 10. Just little things like that make you able to be successful. Pay attention to the people that are in charge. Listen and learn. You always can learn. Even now, at my age, being in business for 33 years, I'm learning. I'm still learning. But always be open to that. What else? Be good to people. Be good to other people, because what goes around comes around. So a lot of those little lessons are things that you take on with you. You don't think that when you're an 18 or 22-year-old kid or a guy growing up. We think we're pretty cool hot shots, but quite honestly, those little things, those little details are what allow you to,
We just had a Navy jet fighter buzz the beach.
Yeah. That was for you, Scott. They knew you were going to be on.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Most action all football season.
Hey, Scott, you and I go back a long way. We were teammates with the Eagles and 3 years with the Philadelphia Stars. And I just want to get your take on, the limited exposure these players have this year to contact. There was no preseason games this year. If you remember our Eagles training camp with Dick Vermeil, we went 7 weeks, twice a day, every day, full contact. And these guys just don't seem to be getting into hitting shape. And because of that, there's a rash of injuries. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, I think I do. The first week, I was coming up with a comment. Of course, this has changed this week, but in the NFL, I don't know how many players, 1,500 players, no COVID positives, and 6 ACLs. There's a reason for that.
Right.
Yeah, but now the Tennessee Titans and
I said, yeah, that's changed this week. But I think it probably has a little bit to do with it. I know everybody says, well, we've been trained, we've been training the off season. I'm sure everybody's been training, but back to out there and having some live stuff and, being in practice for 2.5 hours, I think it's got to make a little difference in injuries. It just has to.
Scott, one time we were about 13 weeks into the Star season, and Jim Morris still had the wide receivers doing one-on-one routes. Your hamstrings are tight enough, and I remember Scott complaining about that. When are we going to cut out the one-on-one? But that was the mindset back then. You went to work every day.
Yep. That's we're old-fashioned guys, and that's probably what we still believe. I never forget doing that, halfway into the season, and we would do it on the turf at the vet. Tell me how that was.
Exactly.
Hey, Scott, Tom Arnone here. I coach AAU baseball, and I always talk about our response to stuff when things don't go our way. When you look over the last three plus years, this has been one of the most resilient groups in the National Football League, if not in all sports, really. And for the first 3 weeks, I kept saying, where's that resilient group? This is the week they're going to come to play. This is the week that when their backs are against the wall, we're going to see their best effort. That time just went away because there's just so many injuries that you just cannot be resilient. Yeah, year in and year out.
I think a little bit. I kind of feel the same. There's so much going on in this world, right now that I'm just not sure where everybody's focus is. I don't know, man. It's all shame. But I agree. There's of course the guys nowadays, they're making millions of dollars. I don't want to compare it to back, when we played where, for whatever, 100,000 or whatever, we were busting our tails. And not that these guys don't bust their tails, but it's a different person. It's a whole different world.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm a traditionalist, Ken. I think you are too. I don't like this. I like football the way it was when you guys played. I really do. And not that I don't like the product now. Just the game has changed, and I don't know if that's for better or for worse, but the game has changed. Scott, let me ask you a question. We got about 2 minutes left. Give us one of your fondest memories. I got 2 questions for you. Give us one of your fondest memories playing in Philadelphia, whether it be for the Stars or the Eagles, and then a memory with Ken Dunnick.
Oh, boy. That second one might be trouble. Be careful.
And that could be almost anything. That could be
we lived together for a couple of years, so look out.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I really don't think you want me to do that. I got a real good one right on the tip of my tongue. As far as the Eagles go, getting to the Super Bowl, even though I've gotten injured against the Vikings.
By the way, you were playing a hell of a game. I was just telling the guys about that. You caught a touchdown, a couple of receptions, and unfortunately you broke your foot.
So that was awesome. And just quite honestly, being part of that team with Coach Vermeil and Kenny, and we have a great bunch of guys. And, we still get together occasionally, golf tournaments, et cetera. And Coach Vermeil's kind of kept everybody together a little bit. And that just overall was a great situation, and we were winning. You know, in pro football, that's kind of the key.
I agree. It was so exciting to get up every morning and go to work and be a part of that team and have success and playing for Vermeil and Chris Berman's in the locker room every day and all. I mean, it was one of the best times of my life, actually.
Yes, Scotty, I must say, I played college football, so I played football at a college level. But going on to play in the NFL, you guys have friendships, Ken, am I right? That that'll last forever, last a lifetime.
Well, actually, more so with Scott and I with the Stars. We were a very close group, and we've maintained we had a couple alumni reunions recently, a couple of years ago. Everybody came back, and it's a fraternity that will never go away. It's lifelong, and I'm very appreciative of it.
All right, Scotty, listen, man, we really appreciate you taking time to call in and spend some time with us. Give us a prediction on tonight's game. I know the Eagles are 0-2-1, and they got overcome a lot of adversity with all the injuries. But give us your pick, Scott.
Where are they? Where are they playing?
They're out in San Francisco.
They're obviously they're not home. I knew they were playing the Niners. Man, I've been watching and we've been rooting, but injuries. Here you go, injuries, and Colson. I don't think has been having his best games. I'd love to predict that they're going to win, but I can't. I think, of course, the 49ers are injured. But playing out there, flying out there, and playing out there, like I said, I hate to – I'm an Eagle.
He doesn't want to go against the Eagles, Ken.
It's hard.
It's hard on the radio. But, I got to go with the 49ers.
All right. Give us a score.
Probably like 28-24.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Cover the 7.
Cover the 7. At least we get the 7. Yeah. All right. Well, Scott Fiske, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and continued success, and we'll talk to you again.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks
a lot, Scott. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
There's Scott Fiske in the Where Are We Now segment in coordination with Ken Donnick in the Jersey Man magazine. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, and developers, and attorneys to facilitate real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts who help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. It is Surety Title. Surety Title is there for you. 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. And just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Donnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. And Ken, we were down at the Medford
Village Country Club
yeah, for a great event you had. Yeah.
Well, listen, we do it right, Billy. We're socially distanced. We have masks. We have sanitizer. We take your temperature coming in. But our philosophy is we can't go in a corner with this thing. We have to survive and do business, and we do it the right way. And behind the scenes, we work very hard for our clients. So if anybody has an interest in helping their business succeed, please contact me, and Legacy Club's a great way to do it.
And you know what, Ken? I must say there had to be like 300 people there, and I brought like over 40 cards. All my business cards were gone.
Yeah, it's a great environment to network your business, absolutely.
All right, when we return, we'll wrap up the first hour. We're broadcasting live at All Campus on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. Lindsay Moppert's here, Ken Donnick from Jersey Man Magazine, Tommy Arnaud from A2D Podcast, John Coyle. Come on down. The first, if you purchase a hat at 25% off every hat in the store, you get a free ESPN locker room coffee mug during the show. So come on down, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Here on the Boardwalk in Ocean City in front of All Campus. When we return, we'll wrap up the first hour. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 with Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Zubin on 97.3 ESPN.
Carson Wentz, he gives them the best chance to win. Whether the coaches in that room believe it or not, or some of the players believe it or not, the fact of the matter is when they gave him $100+ million of guaranteed money, they said, you are my quarterback.
Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Zubin. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hey, sports fans. My name is John Hingy, owner of American Pride Tree Service, LLC. We're a family business in the tree industry, serving South Jersey for over 30 years. We specialize in tree removal, tree trimming, and pruning. We also install drainage systems for your yard or business to remove nasty flooded water problems. We also do storm damage work with access to a crane for huge jobs. We are fully insured, registered, and have workman's compensation insurance. Check out our website at AmericanPrideTree.com. Remember, for all your tree or drainage problems, think of American Pride Tree Service. We give you the personal touch. We are Americans that truly take pride in our work. Remember American Pride Tree Service, 856-472-8877. Ask for John at American Pride Tree Service, 856-472-8877. Thank you.
Listen up, Birds fans. Boardwalk Honda is kicking off football season with game-changing deals all month long. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas. Score low lease options or low finance rates on select new vehicles. And credit problems are no problem with over 25 financial lenders to get you approved and on the road to victory. Visit us in Egg Harbor Township or online at boardwalkhonda.com. And remember, from Maine to Miami, nobody beats a Boardwalk deal.
Don't miss out. PropSwap has futures tickets on Green Bay selling like crazy. Green Bay odds started at 40-1 and now are down to just 15-1. Smart gamblers have been buying and selling Green Bay on PropSwap. Also, right now, find Kyler Murray MVP tickets on PropSwap. So hurry and get a piece of the action. Go to PropSwap.com right now or download the PropSwap app and learn how you can start making money today. PropSwap, where America buys and sells sports bets.
Cleanings, checkups, and cavities? Have Dr. Chang's dental practice at capacity.
Patient in room 1 is getting a root canal. The x-rays in room 2 are going to have to wait. We're down to one hygienist.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Merle Reese and Mike Quick and Ken Dunnick. We got our Housemaster Home Inspection Twitter poll question of the day at Locker Room 973 or at 973 ESPN. Will the Eagles cover the 7.5-point spread tonight? Right now, 80% say not a chance.
Wow.
20% say yes.
Well,
what say you?
That actually gives me hope. Because it was flipped the other way. Hey, can I just make a shout out to people?
Absolutely.
We got a little over an hour left in this show. This could not be a better day here in Ocean City. Come down to the boardwalk, visit campus, come get a hat, come get a free mug. Come get a free Jersey Man magazine. We'll talk a little bit of Eagles, and because it's too beautiful a day to waste. The Eagles aren't playing till tonight. You got nothing to do. Come on.
Yeah,
over.
come on down. Of course, we're Frank Unger from the Hamburger Construction Company is supplying us with water, keeping us hydrated. Ken Dunnick.
It's important today.
And you know, it's a beautiful day. The sun's in our face, and our got jets flying over.
Where's the sunscreen, by the way?
Tommy, as a fan, how disappointed are you? Fans get worked up. They get all pumped up for the game. And now, we're 2-1. How hard is it for you to get excited tonight?
Disappointed is an understatement.
Right. Well, how hard is it for the regular guy like you and I to get pumped up for tonight's game?
It's extremely hard. I mean, look, we come into this and we feel like all our eyes lied to us. We thought this was a good football team on paper. We thought this was a playoff team, a team that, our worst case, competes for a division. Maybe they don't go to an NFC title game, but at worst case, they're in the mix for a division when the season gets late. And we've seen the opposite. We've seen the opposite. It's almost like the dream team that we thought was going to be so great, and everything just went wrong. It feels like almost that year. All the things we thought we saw Carson do the last 4 games, right, over last year, really the last 5, have all disappeared. Everything that we thought was this football team is a complete opposite. Pretty much sums up 2020 and Philly sports this year.
And Ken, as a former player, you guys have to believe in yourselves, and you got to put all that noise away, right? Put that on the background. All that background noise has got to be put behind you.
Yeah, what people have to realize is that the locker room is a very close-knit group, and it's really an us against them kind of a mindset. So, the players, I can guarantee you this, who's ever going to suit up for the Eagles tonight, they believe in themselves and they believe in each other. And when you have the type of character players that Doug Peterson has brought to this team, nothing is impossible. I mean, it would surprise me if the Eagles won tonight, but it would not shock me.
It wouldn't shock me either, and we always hear it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And, Ken, last year, Tommy, Carson Wentz put the team on his back and won the last 4 games of the season, last 5 games of the season, to get into the playoffs.
And the thing to realize
can that happen this year?
It could.
At 0-1,
it could.
0-2-1?
It's unlikely because the division is so bad. But, it's just because you haven't heard these guys' names doesn't mean they're not great football players. They've gone through a draft process. Training camp is difficult. There's only what Scott says, 1,600 jobs in the league. The best 1,600 football players are in the NFL for a reason. So just because you haven't heard of their name doesn't mean they can't play the game.
We're live here on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey, in front of all campus. Come on down. It's a beautiful day on the Boardwalk. Get some exercise. Come on down. During the show, all campus, all hats are 25% off. And if you come in and buy a hat during the show, you get a free ESPN locker room coffee mug for your purchase. And Tommy, your friend John Coyle, has got to be very excited about owning this store.
Gotta be. He's giving stuff away for free.
Right?
I mean, come on. I mean, how you not running down here?
It's a great business model. You want to buy a magazine? That's the way I do it.
And 97.3 ESPN, the locker room, the Eagles and Blitzes are teaming up. Every time the Eagles score 35 points or more, the day after the game, you get a cheeseburger and a Coke for $3.50. Of course, Blitzes now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com. They're located at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Dave and Joan are down there, 609-399-9983. Blitz's Markets is home of the Dill Pickle Hoagie. It's really a big deal. And, Ken, you think we're ever going to score 35 points?
Well, we got to get healthy, I think. We got to get healthy. Let's get the players back on the field, and I think 35 is a reasonable expectation, but going to be tough right now.
Tommy, our Housemaster Home Inspection Twitter poll question of the day, will the Eagles cover the 7.5-point spread tonight? Right now, it's still 80%, not a chance. 28, just changed. 72% say not a chance. 28% say yes, they will. What say you?
I say they win outright.
Wow.
Wow.
It's good to be bold.
It's more like, where's this defense? Where's this defense? They've got a lot of money on this defense that is healthy, right, guys? I mean, it's not like this defense is in shambles.
Well, the defensive secondary.
Yeah, defensive line is very good. The linebackers have trouble covering, and the defensive backs can't tackle. Did you see that 3rd and 15 last week when they ran the picket fence at 15 yards?
Yeah.
I wanted to throw up, honestly. They dumped the ball in the middle, and 3 guys miss them. Why you run that defense if the DBs can't tackle? So that bothers me a little bit.
Ken, you were talking about how things have changed. Tackling is atrocious in the NFL
Billy,
now.
how are you going to get good at tackling when you don't play live in scrimmages and games? I mean, it's something that you've got to practice to get good at, and the players today just don't do it.
We're live on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. Come on down, get in your car, get on your bicycle. Come on down and say hi to us. We're broadcasting live at all campus on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. Of course, you can buy a hat at 25% off. If you do it during the show, you get a free 97.3 ESPN locker room coffee mug from Lindsay. Our intern is back. Lindsay's a cheerleader at Temple, and she's going to be giving you the coffee mugs. All right, first hour is in the books. Ken Duddick, Tommy, Arno. We're moving right along here. The second hour, we're going to continue with our Eagles coverage. And at the bottom of the hour, we'll be joined by fantasy football guru Brian Hartley, who's not off to a good start. I believe he's 0-3. And if it doesn't turn around for him, we're going to have to fire him.
Or make him a weatherman.
They're
always wrong, too. That's the second best line.
That is great. We'll make him a weatherman for sure. All right, we're broadcasting live. It's a beautiful day here in Ocean City, New Jersey. Come on down and say hello. We're in front of all campus on the Boardwalk at 10th and Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schweim here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
This is South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Listen for every hit.
He's looked right. He is hit. The football comes loose. Eagles on it.
Every catch.
Caught by Jackson.
Every sack.
He's hit. Eagles have him sacked back near midfield.
And every touchdown this season.
Back goes Wentz. He's looking. He is looping it. It is caught. It is a touchdown to Goddard.
With the legendary voice of the Eagles, Merrill Reese and Mike Quick.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Philadelphia Eagles football on 97.3 ESPN is brought to you locally by
First Bank of Sea Isle,
Cape Regional,
Boardwalk Honda,
Bacharach Institute for Rehabilitation,
Recovery Centers of America,
Golden Nugget Tavern,
Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pool,
Cross County Connection,
and the Piccalilli Inn.
Before Olay, having dry skin was a struggle. Turns out, my old body wash was the problem. New Olay skincare-inspired body wash with vitamin C, collagen, and hyaluronic acid improves skin 3 times better versus the leading body wash after 14 days, based on clinical moisture retention. And now helps stop dry skin before it starts with new Olay Rinse-Off Body Conditioner. Find new Olay skincare-inspired body wash online or in stores.
Hi, I'm Joe Syeg. At Goldenberg Mackler, we represent you, not the insurance companies. When seriously injured in any type of accident, you need the right lawyer to represent you for your personal injury claim.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, call a personal injury lawyer. We'll speak to you for free and fight to get you the money you deserve. Call us at 609-344-7131. That's 609-344-7131. When you're faced with a civil trial case like personal injury, employment discrimination, or negligence, then you need the right lawyer to represent you. Goldenberg Mackler has been serving clients for over 40 years and do not represent insurance companies. Make the right call to Goldenberg Mackler with 4 convenient locations to better serve you: Atlantic City, Northfield, Rio Grande, and Vineland. Call us at 609-344-7131 or visit us online at gmslaw.com.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a language today. That's BABBEL.com.
O'Reilly. It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. That means you can get up to a $25 gift card after mail-in rebate with a purchase of your Superstart battery. Return power, performance, and reliability to your car, truck, motorcycle, and more with Superstart batteries. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Coles, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's. Here today, here to stay. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
This is South Jersey's radio home for the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers. WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
To the locker room.
Vince Papale, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
We are back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. I'm joined with Ken Dunnick here and Tommy Arnaud from A2D Podcast. We're live on the Boardwalk in Ocean City in front of all campus today. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, Ken.
Oh, it's great. Come on out and visit us and get a coffee mug and have a good time.
Of course, Ken Dunnick is a former Eagle, and he's currently the publisher of the Jersey Man magazine. Come down, get a copy, get an autograph copy of the Jersey Man magazine by Ken. Tommy Arnaud is from A2D. It's A2D is agree to disagree.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the fun of sports, isn't it, Ken?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody's got an opinion.
Everybody has an opinion.
There's surprises every week. That's why sports talk radio is so popular.
Come on down, visit us here at all campus on the Boardwalk during the show. There's 25% off the merchandise, the hats in here. Get your favorite sports team's hat, and then when you do so, when you purchase a hat at 25% off, you get a free ESPN locker room coffee mug. And the Eagles play the 49ers tonight. It's a national televised game, Ken. How many of those did you play in? Because back in those days, it was just Monday Night Football,
Well,
right?
there was, but actually played 3 years in the USFL, and a lot of our games were nationally televised because, Keith Jackson and Lynn Swann were the voices of the USFL, and we had a good time in that league. But, there is an added sense of excitement when you're the only game on and it's a nationally televised game in prime time. The players do get a little bit more jacked up for those.
Yeah, you gotta get the juices flowing. If you don't get the butterflies, Ken, I don't care how great of an athlete you are. Don't you get worked up before a game?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's butterflies until you get that first shot in the head, and then after that, the butterflies go. Now it's all about survival, brother, believe me.
All right, our Housemaster Home Inspection Twitter poll question of the day is, will the Eagles cover the 7.5-point spread tonight? Right now, 66% say not a chance. 34%, Tommy, are saying yes, so it's changing a little bit.
Shifting, which makes me nervous now.
One area where the Eagles have been struggling in is on defense is the secondary and the linebackers. Can you tell me why Howie Roseman and the Eagles over the years have not put emphasis on linebackers?
Well, it's just their philosophy that they don't want to spend high draft choices on linebackers. But here's my point. The tight ends in today's game are so good. You have to have somebody that can cover a tight end, like a Gronkowski, like a Zach Ertz. And if you don't have that, you're really putting your defense in a bad spot. Defensive line is most important, but you certainly from time to time have to invest a high draft choice in a linebacker.
Yeah, now of course Lindsay knows Sean Bradley from Temple. Local boy is on the Eagles, Tommy. But you got a lot of young, inexperienced players. Nate Gary, I think the linebacker with the most experience is 4 years.
And then you had your best linebacker retire right before the season.
Right.
So the guy you did go out and get a guy who's been injured all the time too. I think it was Jatavius Brown from the Chargers, I think it was, who just retired before the season. But you're sitting at the 17th pick. You have two top 15 players on the board in Kenneth Murray and Patrick Queen, and you pass on both of them, and I hate to say it, for a gadget guy.
Right.
For a gadget guy, not an outside number one, a potential number two down the road, but never going to be a one, in my opinion. And you pass on a guy like Patrick Queen, and you pass on another guy like Kenneth Murray. They just, like Ken said, they just don't value the position. They never have, and here we are.
Ken, back in April or June, whatever the draft was, what was your reaction when the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts?
Well, I'll tell you what my reaction was. I was surprised. I'll tell you, I talked to Ray Didinger, and Ray Didinger thought it was the biggest wasted pick in Eagles history. So, listen, in today's day and age, you have to get an impact player, especially in the early rounds, unless you think the guy is going to be your number one quarterback. You can get a backup quarterback relatively cheap for a low-round draft choice because, as you know, in the NFL, players really don't have that much value. So why you would invest that big of a pick in Jalen Hurts, to me, tells me bad things about Joe Douglas not being in the personnel department and Howie Rosen making those decisions.
Another issue that was brought to light when Jalen Hurts was drafted. What is the competitive atmosphere, I should say? Look, you know, you play in the NFL, it's a business, but feelings come into it, doesn't it, Ken? When you have a guy, a quarterback drafted number 2 overall or number 2, there's questions about how you're playing. There's got to be some competitive animosity, I guess I'm looking for.
Not necessarily animosity, especially since Wentz has been guaranteed, so much money. Now, he may be looking over his shoulder a little bit. Same situation in Green Bay, where Green Bay invested a first-round draft choice when they could have surrounded Aaron Rodgers with another weapon. It's hard to say, but it was a mystifying pick for me that the Eagles would take Hurts at number 2.
But Ken, what I'm trying
and
to
I think you could have got him at number 3 or 4 because I don't think anybody valued him.
But what I'm trying to ask you, as a former player, you don't feel like when somebody's breathing down your back, does it affect your friendship? Does it affect because there were people, Tommy, talking about, will Carson Wentz be able to perform with somebody breathing down his neck?
Well, sometimes that makes you be a better player.
Right.
When you're feeling the heat of competition. Listen, we played in an era where we didn't make that much money. And I played like my job was on the line every week because it was. If I dropped a pass in a game, I might be put on the waiver wire, and it's going to be the next guy up. So a lot of times the fear of competition can make you a much better player.
We're broadcasting live here on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey, in front of all campus. Come on down during the show. You get to buy your favorite team's hat at 25% off here at all campus. You also get a free 97.3 ESPN locker room coffee mug. The lovely Lindsay will be giving those away for me. Lindsay Moppert down here on the Boardwalk in Ocean City. And Tom, beautiful day. The crowd in San Francisco, while loud, is not the there won't even. What am I talking about? There won't even be a crowd. That affects. That's got to affect the team.
Well, that should help us. I mean, we can use anything.
Right, Ken. I mean, you guys feed off the team or off the crowd.
I tell you, I haven't really. They pump the crowd noise in, so it would be like a cemetary in there. So it's such a weird dynamic.
Well, 0-2-1, we might as well be in a cemetery.
We're getting a lot of good one-liners today, man. This is awesome.
I'm not a big fan of wishing my life away, but I'm looking forward to January 1st, 2021. All this stuff is behind us.
Well, real quick, do you think that, like, when you were talking to Ken about Carson and looking over his shoulder, blah, blah, do you think, like, even though when Howie can call him and they can have dinner together and they can tell him, hey, I'm taking a quarterback in the second round, you can tell him all you want, but do you think, just being human nature, that he doesn't go tell his wife, do you believe this guy?
Yeah,
do you believe what this guy did over dinner?
Ken, I agree with you, Tommy. Come on, Ken. You got to think he's going to, like, what the heck are they doing?
Yeah, I mean, but listen, these guys are paid. They're paid well. They have life-changing money now. They're guaranteed for life, and probably their kids and their kids are guaranteed for life now. So it's not as much of an impact as when Ron Jaworski in the early '80s when they draft Randall Cunningham. Now Ron knows that his job is out the window, and Ron's still working hard. He didn't make enough money to retire. I think I wouldn't hold any benefits for him. I think he's doing okay right now. But I mean, it's a simple fact that there's no security in the National Football League. And back in the day when they drafted a guy to replace you, you knew your time was limited.
Come on down, say hi to us. We're down here on the Boardwalk. Meet Ken Dunnick, former Eagle, current publisher of the Jersey Man magazine. He'll give you an autographed magazine today. Come on down. We got a lot of giveaways. Lindsay's giving out ESPN stickers, locker room stickers. We got all kind of things going on. And I want to remind people that the second hour of the locker room is powered by and brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club. I got to take you down there, Ken. We got to play golf together.
Ready.
All right. The Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Ken Dunnick, and Tommy Arnaud, live on the Boardwalk in Ocean City in front of all campus on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday, we will recap the Eagles and the 49ers, plus all the Week 4 action. Grayson Grades breaks it all down at 3 o'clock. Andrew DeCecco has football at 4. And one thought on every Week 4 game with NFL insider KC Joyner. That's all coming up on a big Monday show.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
This is Camden County Freeholder Director Lou Capelli. COVID-19 continues to threaten our community, and now is not the time to let your guard down. Continue taking every safety measure possible to stop the spread. Mask up, stay 6 feet apart, get tested, and respond to contact tracers when they call. It's important to continue the fight and protect your circle. For the most up-to-date COVID-19 information, visit CamdenCounty.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
With so many new pet owners, Kezia's Grooming can't keep up.
Kezia's Grooming? Sorry, we're booked solid through the weekend. I can give you a call back, though, if something opens up.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5510 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5510. Enjoy.
OddsTrader.com is your personal in-game betting command center. It has all the real-time handicapping information you need, and it's free. Compare sportsbook sign-up bonuses right now at oddstrader.com.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. We're broadcasting live from the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. Come on down to all campus, and during the show, if you buy your team's favorite hat, you get 25% off the hat and a free coffee mug. ESPN 97.3 ESPN coffee mug. Lindsey Moppert, Temple cheerleaders down here handing them out. Ken Dunnick.
It's a good day for a hat, man. The sun is blinding us over here in Ocean City.
John Coyle, new owner of All Campus. Thank you so much for having us down here.
Appreciate you guys stopping by.
Yeah, man, we're having a lot of fun. Of course, the Eagles take on the 49ers tonight in San Francisco. At 97.3 ESPN, the locker room, the Eagles and Blitz's markets are teaming up. Every time the Eagles score 35 points or more, the day after the game, you get a cheeseburger and a Coke for $3.50. Are they going to score 35 points? Ken, I keep asking you. I want to try. I want you to tell me that they're going to score 35 points and we'll get a cheeseburger and a Coke.
Listen, I've been wrong every week, so yes, they're going to score 35 points.
Our Housemaster Home Inspection Twitter poll question of the day: will the locker rooms cover the 7.5-point spread? At Locker Room 973 or at 973 ESPN. Right now, Ken and John, 63% say not a chance.
I think there's been a little bit more optimism.
It is starting to swing a little bit.
I mean, with the pick of the Eagles win by our last guest, and I'm hopeful. I think the Eagles will come out ready to play. I just don't know if they're going to have the horses to do it tonight.
Yeah, John Coyle, a lot's been made about the injuries on both sides of the ball, not just the Eagles. So that actually, like when Ken, we've been picking the Eagles. At least I have picked the Eagles the first 3 weeks.
First
I've been
3
wrong,
weeks,
right?
Yep.
So now I'm going to pick the 49ers today. You know what's going to happen? So I'd rather be wrong and have a win than right and lose.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely. The Eagles, their offensive line needs to come through. Defensive line for San Fran's a little banged up. Hopefully we get that running game and we can cover this spread and maybe get a W.
Let me just share this text with you. I got a somebody that contacted me on Twitter. Says, as long as Gary's on the field, San Francisco's tight end will score any given time he touches the ball. We have no threat on offense. Our quarterback looks lost. Our O-line is filled with late-round picks and rugby players.
What's his Twitter name? Gloom and Doom? Get that guy out of here. We don't need that.
The Eagles last week only blitzed 26.9% of the time. Ken Dunnick, you know that when you're part as a tight end, former tight end, you're on the offensive line and part of the blocking scheme. When a defensive coordinator is sending people from all different directions, makes it hard, right?
Well, Schwartz doesn't like to blitz. I mean, he never has. Now, to the Eagles' credit, they do have a good defensive line. They had 8 sacks last week. I'm not sure if any of them came on the blitz. They may have had a safety blitz at one time. But so if the team can get heat on a quarterback just using their defensive line, it puts more people back in coverage, and that's the best way to do it. But me personally, I like sending a linebacker in a corner occasionally just to send a message.
Yeah, you got and Nick Mullins is going to be starting quarterback John Coyle for the 49ers. So put pressure on him. He's your backup. How many reps does a backup get?
During the week, relatively few. I mean, he may get 1 or 2 in the team session, but he played pretty well last week. But keep in mind that was against the Giants' defense. The Giants' defense is very bad. So, the Eagles come to play, and their defensive line gets some heat on the quarterback. Who knows?
Got a blitz, right, John? I mean, I would say send the. What do you have to lose?
Yeah, at this point, you have nothing to lose. You got to bring the heat. You got to get pressure on them. You got to make turnovers. Our secondary's too banged up, too hurt to really cover long term. You got to get pressure on them. You can't give them 4 or 5 seconds back there.
Ken, Carson Wentz, he looks lost, just like the person that sent me that tweet. He's tied for the league with 6 interceptions.
Yeah.
His yards per attempt are the lowest in the league. What's going on, man?
Well, there's no speed on the outside. Deshaun Jackson's out. How are you going to stretch a defense when you don't have a fast wide receiver?
Jalen Rigger's out.
Yeah, the offensive line has been breaking down, and I think that's actually affected his confidence a little bit. He looks shaky back there. He's not making good decisions. He's missing wide open receivers, and it's just not a good situation for the Eagles' offense right now.
And there's the injury report keeps getting deeper and deeper. Now Jason Peters is out.
Jason Peters, and I guess they're going to play Mulata on the left side, which is the blind side, which doesn't give me a lot of hope. And, a good defensive coordinator is going to see that, and they're going to load up that side of the line and do some stunts and dogs and try to make it confusing for the young player.
Jordan Mulata. I mean,
by the way, have you ever seen him in person? He is a mountain of a man. I stood next to him at Reading Terminal. I was.
And
looking,
you're like 6. What are you, 6'5"?
I'm 6'6", 2.
6'6".
I don't want to.
Huge.
I'm 2 something. I'm still in the 2s. but I'm telling you, I stood next to this guy. He looked like a mountain. I said, how in the world could this guy not be a good football player?
Coyle, if Ken Dunnick at 6'6" is saying that, how big is this guy? I mean, he's
Jordan Milano's a big boy. Big boy that can move.
And rugby players are nasty,
he's
aren't
a
they,
legit
Ken?
6'8", I would say around 300, 310, but he's chiseled, man. So hopefully he's got some of these rugby skills that he could put to use here tonight.
Garoppolo, when Mullins showed that there isn't too much of a drop-off, he threw for 343 yards and a touchdown against the Giants last week. So he's not too bad, but they're back up.
No, I mean, Giants does have a poor defense, but the numbers are the numbers. I mean, to come out there against an NFL team and do that under immense pressure, you're thinking about a guy, this is his first entree into the big spotlight, right? And he throws for those kind of numbers. I mean, San Francisco should be pretty pleased about that.
I remember a few years back. Remember when who was the quarterback? He was the backup he's a quarterback at San Francisco, and they came here. I can't remember his name.
Garcia.
Jeff Garcia, thank you. Remember how much fun that was?
Oh,
that whole run.
Yeah.
That was great, wasn't it? Do you remember that, John?
I do
remember
remember
that.
that.
A little too young to remember that.
I was a little younger, but I do remember that. Yeah,
so what you're saying is John doesn't remember seeing me play.
No, he definitely doesn't remember.
That I do not remember.
He wasn't even in the embryonic stages when you were playing, Ken. Come on down. Meet Ken Dunnick he's a publisher of Jersey Man Magazine. Former Eagle. He'll autograph his Jersey Man Magazine for you. We're broadcasting live on the Boardwalk in Ocean City in front of all campus today. And, John, you're selling hats at 25% discount during the show. And when you buy a hat of your favorite team, you get a free 97.3 ESPN locker room coffee mug.
Correct. Yeah, everything in the store is going to be 25% off today during the show. We also have the Bad Things Happen in Philadelphia T-shirts.
Have you seen that shirt?
No, I haven't.
Ken, wait till you see this.
Yeah, those are going for $20. We have the black and the gray. Stop on in and grab one.
So how about that for a marketing strategy? During the debate that Trump said nothing good happens in Philly?
Listen, I'm not going into.
I know we're not going to talk, but think about it. He says it now. John's going to market. He's got these great shirts.
Good.
With the old Eagle.
Listen, that's why this guy owns a place on the boardwalk in Ocean City. I'm hustling magazines. He's much smarter than I am.
You got to come on down. Check us out. We're broadcasting live here on the boardwalk in Ocean City. Come on down, say hi, get an autograph. Jersey Man Magazine, Ken Dunnick. Come meet John Coyle. Go into the store. Got a lot of great hats in there too. Now I got to be honest with you. I'm not a big hat guy. But I'm going to go in there after the show and get myself a nice Eagles hat.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. We have all the colleges up there. We have all the pro teams. We just got our whole new inventory in. Come check it out.
See my nephew, Cody Schweim, on the bike. My brother, I have a twin brother, Bobby Ken. He's right there. And then he has twin boys.
Oh, wow.
So how about that?
Well, I have triplet girls. There must be something in the water.
And by the way, let me say something about your daughters. They run the Jersey Man Magazine, not you, Ken. You're just a figurehead.
I agree with you.
I see Ashley. When we went to the Medford Village Country Club for the Jersey Man for the Legacy Club, you had over 300 people there. It's a great way to get out and get your business some visibility.
It is, and we do it responsibly and as good as we can. Again, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but we can't curl up in the corner with this thing. We've got to survive and make a living and live a life. So we do it the right way. But it was nice of you to come over and see us, and hopefully you made a few good connections
I did.
As potential advertisers.
And Vince Papali was down there, our good buddy Vince.
Joe Conklin
was down there.
Local funny again. Now Diana Rossini of ESPN, who was supposed to be there. It was the day the story broke of the Tennessee Titans coming down with COVID and they canceled the game. So ESPN actually called her back into the studio. So she couldn't be there. But we've got the summer issue here if anybody would like a copy. And then coming out this week will be the football issue with Diana Rossini of ESPN on the cover.
All right, we're broadcasting live here on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, the second hour. And by the way, in the next segment, we're going to be talking with our fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, is going to sit in. And speaking of fantasy football, John, I have Christian McCaffrey and I have Saquon Barkley. I'm in two pools at bingo. Both of them are hurt.
Yeah, you can't win with that. You can't win with your top two guys going down.
John, thank you so much for sitting in with us, and we're having a great time down here. And we're going to be doing this each and every Sunday in the month of October.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. The weather's beautiful today. Hopefully it stays like this the rest of the month. And we're going to continue it every Sunday from 10 to 12.
All right. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course. Enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. We get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for me. He does a great job down there. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed expectations and invite you to stop in and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan and the class-defining all-new Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the main line, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and a complimentary new Maserati loaner card. So be audacious. Call our good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati, the main line, today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll have the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. Tonight, the Eagles are in San Fran to face the 49ers.
And as the second tick off the scoreboard, there are still some concerns, but the Eagles nevertheless defeat the San Francisco 49ers.
Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Merrill and Mike call all the action starting at 8:20. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms. Your uniform supplier. If you're a business owner, CleanRental.com asks you the following questions. 1. Are you completely satisfied with the quality of the uniform rental program you are currently receiving? 2. Are you completely satisfied with the service you are receiving from your present uniform rental company? And 3. Have you had an experience in the last 6 months where the response time to any request has been less than satisfactory? If you're a company with 50 employees or more, please give CleanRental.com a call at 1-800-825-3266. That's 1-800-825-3266. CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms. Give them a call today.
Hey, sports fans. My name is John Hingy, owner of American Pride Tree Service, LLC. We're a family business in the tree industry, serving South Jersey for over 30 years. We specialize in tree removal, tree trimming, and pruning. We also install drainage systems for your yard or business to remove nasty flooded water problems. We also do storm damage work with access to a crane for huge jobs. We are fully insured, registered, and have workman's compensation insurance. Check out our website at AmericanPrideTree.com. Remember, for all your tree or drainage problems, think of American Pride Tree Service. We give you the personal touch. We are Americans that truly take pride in our work. Remember American Pride Tree Service, 856-472-8877. Ask for John at American Pride Tree Service, 856-472-8877. Thank you.
Don't miss out. PropSwap has futures tickets on Green Bay selling like crazy. Green Bay odds started at 40-1 and now are down to just 15-1. Smart gamblers have been buying and selling Green Bay on PropSwap. Also, right now, find Kyler Murray MVP tickets on PropSwap. So hurry and get a piece of the action. Go to PropSwap.com right now or download the PropSwap app and learn how you can start making money today. PropSwap, where America buys and sells sports bets.
All right, welcome back into the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. We're broadcasting live on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey at all campus. And it's a beautiful day. Ken Dunnick's here with me doing the show. And Ken, great day, man. Great day for football.
You could look at the crowd as we're drawing here, and a great day. Come on in, get a hat. Lindsay, by the way, is handing out cards. If any single guys are in the area, you got to be out of your mind if you don't come down here and talk to her.
She's talking to my brother right now.
I know. That's a waste of time. Find a real customer.
All right, Bobby, my brother's distracted my intern there, but we're down here at all campus. Come on down during the show today. You come down, you get a hat, 25% off. If you buy the first 20 people to buy a hat, get a free 97.3 ESPN locker room coffee mug. Now it's time for my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Stell Exteriors. They've been providing professional roofing and siding at affordable prices since 1996. Did you know that only 2% of roof contractors qualify as a GF Master Elite installer? So if you do the math, choosing Stell Exteriors takes 98% of the worry out. That's Stell Exteriors, 636 West Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Give them a call. Ask for Clarice at 609-399-1010. That's 609-399-1010. Now it's time for my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. What's up, Guru?
Good morning, guys. Beautiful day out here. The sun's shining. We had a Giants fan. He's standing out there. I was going to heckle him, but we can't heckle him about anything today. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Good point, Guru. By the way, Guru, this is the first time we're actually doing it live together.
Yeah, it's nice. It's you made it convenient for me, and you got a lot of people stopping by out here. It's absolutely gorgeous day. So thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, Guru. Fantasy football is such a funny thing because, you know, when you pick, especially if you're in a league of 10 or 12, after you go through all the picks, there's not too much left. So if you lose a guy, you're in trouble. Now, I lost Christian McCaffrey in my one pool, and I lost Saquon Barkley in my other. There's nobody else I can get.
Yeah, if you're in a league that deep, 10, 12 teams, it is extremely difficult in a year like this. But this is kind of what we talked about earlier in the season, which was going to be a lot of injuries, I thought, early on with hamstrings, muscle tears, things like that, because of the fact that there was no preseason, no camp, and we've certainly seen that. We've seen our bigger injuries, our ACLs and things like that, and high-profile picks. So it's been difficult. There are some guys available in the waiver wire, but you got to get out there and you got to kind of be a little lower on the totem pole. If you've been winning a couple games and you're not, you're really going to struggle to find somebody that's going to be of value.
I had my backup pick, Turek Cohen. He didn't have the advantage, just not enough points to get me over the hump. I lost my last week. I lost by like 2 points.
Yeah,
listen, Barkley would have gotten me those 2 extra points.
You would absolutely think so. I mean, Barkley was going to put up a certain amount of points every week no matter what. But listen, everybody's dealing with it, and then this week we have all the COVID issues with games being postponed, games being moved to another day, another week. So it's going to be an interesting week this week, but everyone's going to have to deal with it sooner or later. This is not going to be the end of it for sure.
All right, fantasy football, this is week 4. Fantasy football guru, this is week 4. Give us your picks for week 4.
So week 4 quarterback, I like Aaron Rodgers going against the Atlanta Falcons, Jared Goff against the New York Giants, and Gardner Minshew against the Cincinnati Bengals. At running back, Mike Davis against Arizona, David Johnson against Minnesota, and Ronald Jones going against the LA Chargers with Leonard Fournette out. At wide receiver, OBJ against Dallas, Marquez Valdez-Scantling filling in, Devontae Adams still uncertain if he's going to play. And then you have Lazard, who is out, so it's a good matchup. Going to be a lot of points, I think, in that game on Monday night. And Justin Jefferson going against Houston. Had a nice week last week. I look for that to continue. They're going to need someone else to step up. Obviously, with the trade of Stephon Diggs early in the season, Jefferson's someone they brought in, they drafted, and they have high hopes for him. He flashed that last week, but he's going to have to be a little more consistent and keep that going.
And they're your picks for Week 4.
That's it. There you go. We'll see how we fare this week.
Now, Ken Donick, each and every week when I have the Fantasy Football Guru on, I ask for everybody's picks to get him to break down what he thinks of the Eagles game. And 2 times in a row, man, he did the unpopular thing and picked against the Eagles, and he was right.
Did he really? Well,
yeah.
Listen, that's pretty. I got a question for you. You like Minshew against Cincinnati. I thought Cincinnati defense played really well. Now, the Eagles don't have anybody that can run right now, so they were able to kind of stuff the box and cover. But what makes you like Minshew against Cincinnati?
Well, I like the weapons that he has this week. He's got some good talent out there at wide receiver. Robinson is running the ball well, so I think you're going to look to see some play action with Robinson opening up the passing game a little bit. The Eagles really didn't do much to challenge the Bengals defense, in my opinion. So I like the matchup. There might be a little bit of weather issue, but I think Minshew, he could put up some fantasy numbers today.
Interesting.
Guru, let's turn our attention to the Eagles tonight against the San Francisco 49ers. You can hear the game live on 97.3 ESPN tonight at 8 o'clock. Mike and Merle with the call on 97.3. But, Guru, like I said, you went against the Eagles on a couple occasions. My producer, Hunter Brody, was ripping you. You look like a genius. And what do you say this week? How do you see this one shaking out?
Not good. Not good. I know a lot of people there. They want me to get on that bandwagon. They're looking for a win, but it's not good this week. I think we're going with San Francisco again.
Hold on, before you give your pick, I want to do our Housemaster Home Inspection Twitter poll question of the day. Will the Eagles cover the 7.5-point spread at Locker Room 973 or at 973 ESPN? Right now, Ken, not a chance. 64%. And yes, 36%.
Well, listen, before he gives his prediction, not only do they sell hats here, there's rose-colored glasses in this side, too. So go get a pair before you tell us the bad news.
Yeah, I wish I had good news for you, but I'm taking San Francisco in this one. I do think they're going to cover the spread by that half point. I'm predicting 27-20. However, I think it's going to be the Eagles scoring some points later in the game. That brings that a little bit closer. I don't think it's going to be that tight going all the way through.
Guru, where do you put where does most of the blame lie for Carson Wentz troubles? His the slow start, the inaccuracy, the turnovers.
Well, I think it's a lot of different things. I mean, I think he wasn't necessarily surrounded with a ton of weapons going in. You have Jeffrey who's hurt. Rieger was banged up. Jackson's banged up. They've got tight ends, but the offensive line is absolutely decimated. The injuries all around. Howie Roseman hasn't done the greatest job. I know people were high on him for a while, and now it seems like it's kind of going the other way for a little bit. But Wentz, your brother and I were talking out here before I came on, and, watching the games, he's discussing that really if the first target isn't there, it seems like he's kind of panicking. He's not checking down. He's not going through those type of things, and he's struggling. So he's turning the ball over, and it's going to be another ugly game today, I think. He's really – until they can get some of these guys healthy, protect him a little bit, get running the ball, and get some of his wide receivers back and healthy, it's going to be a tough road the next couple weeks.
So a hypothetical question for you, Ken Donick, former Eagle and current publisher of Jersey Man Magazine. If Carson Wentz is struggling, just hypothetically, say he goes 0-5-1 or 0-6-1 in their first 7. Do you replace? Do you put Jalen Hurts in? What do you try to do to shake it up?
I don't. Listen, you made an investment of $100 million in Carson
128.
Wentz, and you've got a depleted offensive line. You're not going to pull a guy like that that's got a track record of success for an untested rookie. Now, will they play? Will they play Jalen Moore? I think they will. They'll probably get him in some wildcat, maybe even get him to throw a ball or two just as a changeup. But to me, it wouldn't make any sense to make that change.
I agree and disagree. I don't think you're going to see Jalen Hurts start, but I do think you're going to see in some of these games coming up, the Eagles are not really in it, and I think in the second half, maybe fourth quarter, you're going to see more Jalen Hurts in that way. Right, garbage time. I don't think you're going to see Wentz get pulled from the starting position. They've invested too much in him, unless it gets to a point where he's really getting banged up out there and there's an injury risk, that they're going to try to protect him a little more in that way. But I think you will see, him more in some late game activity.
So, Guru, the game has changed. Ken and I were talking about this earlier in the beginning of the show. The game has changed. The players, last year a lot was made about shortening the preseason. Now with the COVID this year, there was no preseason. The guys aren't taking hits. Ken thinks it's because they're not battle hardened. By the time they get to play the games, these guys are not prepared to play. So my question to you is, the game has changed to where the fact that it's a passing league, it's a quarterback league. But if the only thing that you can do to win a game is run the ball, why does Doug Peterson continue to get away from it?
I wish I had an answer for that, because that's been something he really hasn't done. Listen, I agree with you. And with Ken, I think all of us kind of thought a shortened preseason would be better for everyone. But I think now seeing that this year, I think we see the issues that come with that, which are big injuries, a lot of injuries, and it makes it more of a struggle. Peterson not running the ball, I don't know that anybody has an answer for that. You know, we have Sanders. We've had quality running backs in the past with Howard and Sproles and guys that can run the ball, and we just haven't been consistent with it. That's something he's going to have to answer for, and if things keep going the way they are, I don't know that he's going to be around to answer for that.
I think they should have run the ball more against Washington, but the last two games we fell behind. And when you fall behind, you almost have to try to throw the ball. I thought they did run the ball relatively effectively against Cincinnati. And I'm an old school guy. I hope they run it more, because I'm a true believer that if you can run the football and stop the run, you got a chance to be a winning team.
He rushed for Miles Sanders rushed for 64 yards in the first half, but only 31 yards in the second half, 10 carries. So, like you said,
we were playing catch-up.
Yep, playing catch-up. Ken, let me ask you a question about Ron Jaworski. When he had over, quarterbacks, you're like a pitcher. The focus is on you. How did Ron handle adversity, like when he was not completing and not accurate with his balls, or things just weren't going his way?
Well,
what was it like in the huddle?
I can tell you what, Dick Vermeil had Jaworski's back. Here's a clip that shows up in NFL films from time to time where Vermeil pulls Jaworski over the side. He says, "You never have to worry about me pulling you." And that gives a quarterback the confidence that, well, listen, this is my job. The coach has my back. And so he knew he was the man, especially under Vermeil. Now, when Marion Campbell got there, he was starting to fade out. And then when Buddy Ryan got there, obviously his time with the Eagles was over. But listen, the guy played 17 years in National Football League.
Yeah, you have to have the confidence to continue, even though when things obviously overcoming adversity. And Carson Wentz is going to have to do that tonight.
Yeah, it's been something he's struggled with. There's talk that he hasn't really won over the locker room. So he's going to have to change something. He's going to do something to get this team going and light a fire under him. They've got a tough schedule coming up the next few weeks, and it's going to be a struggle going forward for sure.
All right, fantasy football guru Brian Hartley, thank you so much for showing up today and doing it live. We look forward to your fantasy picks each and every Sunday. Of course, the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley is brought to you by Stell Exteriors. They've been providing professional roofing and siding at affordable prices since 1996. Did you know that only 2% of roofing contractors qualify as a GAF Master Elite installer? So if you do the math, choosing Stell Exteriors takes 98% of the worry out. That's Stell Exteriors, 636 West Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Give them a call. Ask for Clarice at 609-399-1010. That's 609-399-1010. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's a great day at Great Bay. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. And Ken, a great event that you threw on Wednesday night at the Medford Village Country Club. There had to be over 300 business people there.
Well, there weren't quite that many. You'll get us in trouble if we had 300. There's laws against that. But I can tell you this, that we've got a great business community that's associated with Legacy Club. We all support each other. Contact me. Come as my guest. No obligation. Come see what we're all about. I think you'll be impressed enough to join.
All right, that's Ken Dunnick in the Jersey Man magazine. A former tight end of the Philadelphia Eagles. Come down and get an autographed copy from Ken in the Jersey Man magazine. We're broadcasting live on the Boardwalk in front of All Campus in Ocean City, New Jersey. Come on down. The Locker Room with Billy Schweim is on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL. It's a Week 4 cross-conference showdown as the Dallas Cowboys host the Cleveland Browns. Hi, this is Jerry Recco. Join Kevin Ray, Danny White, and myself for all the action as the Cowboys look to bounce back after a close road loss. Can they tighten up the defensive screws against Baker Mayfield and the dynamic Browns? It's the Cowboys and the Browns. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
It's NFL Sunday on 97.3 ESPN.
Coverage begins at 12:30.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Listen up, Birds fans. Boardwalk Honda is kicking off football season with game-changing deals all month long. Shop our lineup of new, pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas. Score low lease options or low finance rates on select new vehicles. And credit problems are no problem, with over 25 financial lenders to get you approved and on the road to victory. Visit us in Egg Harbor Township or online at boardwalkhonda.com. And remember, from Maine to Miami, nobody beats a Boardwalk deal.
Champions are made in October, and BetMGM Sports is giving new customers a chance to win $100 in free bets when they place a $1 bet on any pro football game, and if a touchdown is scored, you win. Use bonus code MikeGill. All you have to do is sign up and make your first wager to take advantage of this offer. With basketball and baseball seasons coming to exciting conclusions, there's never been a better time to find out why BetMGM Sports is the king of sportsbooks. Go all in on the action with parlay bonus payouts, boosted odds specials, daily promotions, and much more. Download the BetMGM app today or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code MikeGill to win $100 in free bets when you wager $1 on any pro football game, and if a touchdown is scored, you win. Must be 21 years or older. Must be in New Jersey. Restrictions apply. Visit BetMGM.com for full list of terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, we're back here live in the locker room with Billy Schweim on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey, in front of all campus here on the Boardwalk on 10th Street in Ocean City, New Jersey. Come on down. You purchase your favorite team's hat at a 25% discount and get a free 97.3 ESPN coffee mug. And, of course, I want to remind people that 97.3 ESPN, the locker room, the Eagles, and Blitz's Market are teaming up. Every time the Eagles score 35 points or more, the day after the game, you get a cheeseburger and a Coke for $3.50. That's Blitz's Market. They now have online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Go down there, say hello to Dave and Joan at 609-399-9938 is the phone number. Blitz's Market, home of the dill pickle hoagie. It's really a big deal. And let's welcome in, Ken, to the locker room. My intern, my former intern, she's helping us out today, Lindsay Moppert. How you doing, Lindsay?
I am fantastic. It's a beautiful day, so how can you not?
Yeah, how can you not come down and say hi to us? Lindsay, you are a cheerleader at Temple, and Temple will start this week. Tell us a little bit about what you expect for the game this weekend.
So I am really excited to kind of watch how this is going to go down. I mean, just
because of the COVID and everything?
Yes, I mean, I don't know. I know that there has been, obviously, there was a long period of practice time where they weren't like complete contact. Like there was a lot, I feel like there's a lot of like, just not real game ready kind of practice environment. But I mean, who knows? I think that it's going to be interesting, and I think that it will be a really good game.
Now, will you guys be cheering in the stadium? Like, how are they going to do that?
No. So right now, no fans means no Spirit Squad, no band, no. So really what's going to happen is they're just going to kind of take videos of us in, maybe one of the gyms where we practice, and they're going to do videos of us doing T for Temple U, things like that. So when we score a touchdown, they'll play it over the video board. But as of right now, that's all that's really going to happen.
Not the same as
No, the great thing about college football is the pageantry. You've got the cheerleaders, you got the students, you've got the bands, and taking
the mascot.
Taking that away from college football is a shame. I'm really hoping that we can get this coronavirus behind us and get back to normal next year, because college football is just one indication of how much the world has changed.
Yeah. Ken, let me ask you, as a former player, how pumped up did the crowd get you?
Well, to be honest with you,
or do you block all that stuff out?
There are when you run out of the tunnel, you're very jacked up because everybody's cheering, right? But when you're actually on the line of scrimmage, and you've got a linebacker barking out false signals, and you're trying to listen to the quarterback, and then there's a dummy call, and then you got a lot going on. The crowd can actually be a detriment to that because it makes it hard to hear. So that's why you see the quarterback saying when they're down on the goal line, saying everybody be quiet. So, but there is an excitement level to running out through that tunnel and having 65,000, 70,000 people cheering for you. That's pretty cool.
Lindsay, as a cheerleader, do you run out through the tunnel with the team? Like, you have your guys, the cheerleaders come out with the flag and everything?
Yeah, I mean,
what's that like for you?
The atmosphere is something that...
You get chills up and down your back?
Yes. You seriously, I mean, so right before the game, they'll have the band, they'll play the most, important songs, and really hyped up. The team will go through, and then we'll go through, kind of make a tunnel for them. So we do get to go out in like a fun way before the team comes out.
But it gets you pumped up going through
does.
the tunnel, you know what I mean? Absolutely. All right, Ken Dunnick, it's time for your pick. We've talked about the injuries. We've talked about, Carson Wentz. Now we've got our predictions from Scott Grayson, Tommy Arnone. We got one from John Coyle. Now it's your turn, Ken.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I looked at the betting line, and to me it seems like 7 is not enough. And those guys in Vegas really know what they're doing,
sure
okay?
do.
So when it looks easy, go the other way. I'm going to take San Francisco 26-20. The Eagles cover the 7.
26-20.
They don't have enough to beat the 49ers. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the score is flipped. But if you're asking me for a prediction, there you have it.
All right. This year, I can't even pick my nose. So why try to pick
Don't
this
start
game?
now.
Why try now? All right. So I think I'm 0-3 too. By the way, Lindsay.
Honestly,
like everybody
me
else,
too.
right?
Me
Everybody,
too.
right?
Yeah.
And everybody today is going against the Eagles. So you know what I'm going to do, Ken? I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Do the opposite.
I'm going to go the opposite way, Lindsay.
I'm going to go with you on that.
You are?
To be honest.
All right. I'm going to say, ready for this, Ken?
Yeah.
The Eagles win in a close one, 20-17, in a turnover-filled game. You're going to see the 49ers make a lot of mistakes, and I think the Eagles are going to squeak it out on a late field goal.
Brave pick. But everybody's going to remember, like if they win this week, they're going to go, Billy, he had the winner,
You're a
right?
genius.
No one's going to remember me if the San Francisco wins the game, so good job.
All right, Lindsay, give us your pick for the Eagles game tonight.
Like I said, I'm going to go because I feel like this just seems to always happen to me. I'm very optimistic, so I would say that we were – I would say we may lose, but I'm going to go with you on this, and I'm going to say that we're winning tonight. And I actually kind of really like your pick with the 2017, so I'd say somewhere around that range.
Wow.
All right, so I'll put you down for 2017. You can
I'll
pick
be
the
right
same
on
thing.
your side with you.
You know what? Geniuses like minds
Right,
think,
right.
Geniuses think alike. How's that go, Ken?
Great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike. All right, we're broadcasting live, and here's my nephew, the other twin, Ken Dunnick. There's Colin Schweim just showed up.
What's up, man?
My brother has twin boys. Come on down to All Campus on the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Right now, they're selling hats at 25% discount, and when you come down and buy a hat, your favorite team's hat, you get a free 97.3 ESPN locker room coffee mug. We have a few minutes left in the broadcast today. Ken, it's a beautiful day. Thank you so much for coming down and spending some time with us.
My pleasure. I'll be down here all month at this location talking about the Eagles, and want to give a shout-out to my good buddy Scott Fitzke for jumping on with us. We did have Jerry Sizemore scheduled. He couldn't make it, but we'll try to get Jerry at a future date.
All right, thanks to Scott Grayson and Fox 29 News. Of course, catch Scott Grayson tonight on Fox 29 for Sports Sunday on Fox 29. Lindsey Moppert, thank you so much for coming in today and helping me out. I really appreciate it. I want to thank Scott Grayson. I want to thank Brian Hartley, the fantasy football guru, Ken Dunnick, Hunter Brody, John Coyle for doing this for us. We'll be here every Sunday throughout the month of October. So come on down. John's got T-shirts to give away. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great weekend, everybody. Let's go fly. Let's go. I was going to say Flyers. That's because I looked at you, Hunter. Hunter's a big hockey guy. It was like a Freudian slip. Let's go, Eagles. I want to see you win. We all do.
I'm pulling for it.
We're pulling for them. And come on down. Spend your pregame down here on the Boardwalk at Ocean City. Stay tuned for more here on ESPN.